Hi, everyone. We're just going to make a little switch here. So while they're doing that, I wanted to introduce Richard Fukuhara, who is president of the Seiso Nenkai of Yamaguchi Kenjinkai. And if you don't know, Seiso Nenkai means young people's group. Take a look at Richard. So therein lies part of the Kenjinkai's problem. Not Richard, but the fact that we need some real young people so that maybe in the future our young people's group could really be a group of young people. But anyway, okay, we're all set now. That was a little sidebar. But Richard Fukuhara has been so instrumental, and I tease him a lot, but he gets me back, don't worry. For 2 years, we had been working on, with a group of people, the Kenjinkai 100th year book, and because of Richard, we were able to get the wonderful photographs and a lot of other things that were included in that booklet. So yeah, okay. Okay. My portion of this discussion will trace the evolution of the Kenjinkai. Though the information that I'll share comes from 2 years of working as a member of the committee that created the Yamaguchi Kenjinkai 100th year booklet, the circumstances are similar for other Kenjinkai. And we're very proud of that book, too. Okay, as you can see, our Yamaguchi ancestors were quite a motley crew. We laugh at this picture, but it was exactly this type of daring, adventurous spirit that propelled the early immigrants to come to this country. That adventurous spirit is known as the Choshu spirit. Sometimes you'll hear the word gambare in reference to the same feeling. It's that feeling of never ever giving up, persevere at all costs. New immigrants from Japan came to a strange country not knowing the language, customs, and culture. There was also strong discrimination against them due to the Exclusion Act of 1924, which barred further immigration to this country from Japan. It was only natural, therefore, that they sought out others from their homeland for support. It gave them a feeling of home away from home. They shared the same language and stories from home, and that camaraderie led to trust. Therefore, those from Yamaguchi Prefecture band together to help one another in several ways. They helped financially with pooled money that was always returned to others in need. They helped morally with sound advice, as well as socially with gatherings and introductions to mutual friends. They had absolutely no other resources. Out of such necessity came the formation of the Kenjinkai. Here is one of the earliest photos we have of Yamaguchi Kenjinkai, and this was a meeting that took place in a room upstairs at the Yamaguchi Hotel. Originally, the immigrants' main intention was to make their fortune here and return to Japan. But as they settled in, raised families here, and were supported by friends in the Kenjinkai, they began to feel more comfortable. Then, with the outbreak of World War II, many decided to stay and become permanent residents and to pursue a better life in the United States. When it came to earning a living, they turned to what they knew best, and that was farming. With their hard work and ingenuity, it wasn't long before they became very successful. History has shown that California became the largest and richest agricultural state in large part due to the early Japanese farmers who cultivated the vast desert and wasteland by turning it into a rich source of agricultural growth. Some branched out into businesses and began family enterprises such as groceries, laundries, restaurants, and nurseries. But the Issei always wanted a better life for their children, and this is why they placed such a high priority on education. Their Nisei children knew intrinsically of that importance. They did not get rewarded with praise or money for A's. A's were not to be celebrated. They were expected. That's the way it was supposed to be. So their children excelled, pushed themselves in school with that choshu and gambare spirit. The war interrupted many Nisei from completing their education and pursuing their goals. But they have instilled that same choshu and gambare spirit in their sansei children, who did have the opportunities that they were denied. So the Nisei generation was happy to send their Sansei kids off to college to become professionals. Now, unlike their grandparents' generation, the Sansei generation no longer needs the assistance of an organization such as our Kenjinkai for survival. Their only affiliation in most cases comes if they choose to attend the annual picnic. But in today's busy world, the picnic will often take a back seat to the children's or grandchildren's many activities. And those of you who have young children at home know what I'm talking about. Here's a photo of one of Yamaguchi Kenjinkai's early picnics. At that time, the picnic was an opportunity to forget any troubles and to enjoy a day of kinship. Attendees looked forward to hearing about the latest news of their homeland from those who had received recent letters. The picnic was the common thread that joined one generation to the next, and that has not changed. Here's a recent photo taken at a picnic of a grandfather teaching his grandson about his heritage. At picnics today, we still see 3 generations sitting together under one tree, enjoying the food and festivities of the picnic. Through this bond, they are appreciating their heritage and are reaffirming their ties among the generations. This is why, at the Yamaguchi Kenjinkai picnics, we do make it a point to have large posters with photos, information, and maps about our hometown prefecture available to all attendees. We also take the opportunity to introduce our culture via odori and taiko performances, and we present scholarships to high school seniors. Historical information, cultural information, and a continued interest in higher education are important elements that bind us together as a Kenjinkai. The youngsters running in the races at the picnic may not realize it now, but hopefully at some point they will see the importance of their heritage and seek out information about their ancestors. At that time, we hope that our Kenjinkai will still be a viable organization that can help them in discovering and understanding their roots. Therefore, today our Kenjinkai has a challenge. That challenge is how to evolve in a way that will attract new members without alienating the older members. Older members do understand that if changes are not made, the younger generations will never become actively involved, and the Kenjinkai will cease to exist. So Yamaguchi Kenjinkai has now taken a big step forward. Their 100-year tradition of speaking Japanese at meetings has changed. We now conduct our meetings in English with brief summations in Japanese. Older members should be commended for accepting this change, yet there is still a long road ahead in getting active involvement from the younger generation. Through the Kenjinkai, we hope to help the younger generation keep their cultural legacy, for the importance of our past is to know from where we came. The importance of the present is to know who we are, and the importance of our future is to know where we are going. Thank you.